Upon entering the game, you decisively choose the Archer class. Why? Because you've been reborn, you possess the server's only unique talent, Soul Steal. Rank, Star Origin. Whenever any creature dies within a 1 kilometer radius of you, it drops a soul fragment that only you can see. Absorbing it permanently boosts your attack by 1 point and your attack range by 1 meter. And the best part? It stacks infinitely, 1 arrow. After arriving at the beginner village, thanks to your past life memories, you saw this coming. You don't act like the other players, who are lining up like good little kids at the entrance of the village's leveling zone. Instead, you slip into a thatched hut, find a villager, and trigger a hidden quest. You hand over your system-gifted starter bow to him, and then, with his help, you scale the wall and sneak right out of the beginner village. Wait, bro, he just gave his weapon away? What, is he gonna punch the monsters to death? Completely ignoring their shock, you quickly skirt around the edge of the village and circle back to the leveling zone at the entrance. The game, Star Origin, just launched. Massive crowds of newbies are packed together, desperately fighting rabbits. These are only level 0 rabbits. Even without a weapon, a newbie could punch one to death if they tried hard enough. Right now, your eyes are locked onto a freshly pummeled rabbit. A faint soul drifts up from its lifeless corpse and flies straight into your body. You have absorbed a soul fragment, +1. Your attack power increases by 1. Your attack range increases by 1. Thrilled, you strut right into the dead center of the grinding zone. You just stand there, endlessly soaking up the soul fragments dropping all around you. Since the area is swarming with players, it only takes a little over 10 minutes for your stats to skyrocket. Your attack power and range are already light years ahead of normal players. And they keep climbing with every rabbit that drops dead. While you're busy soaking up the free stats, a voice calls out nearby. Brother, that archer looks so pathetic. Look, he doesn't even have his bow anymore. Yow yow, drop it. We can't even get any XP for ourselves. We don't have time to carry a random noob. But he's been standing there for so long. Can't we just party up with him? Stop poking your nose into other people's business. Before you know it, 5 hours fly by. The mob of players at the village entrance finally starts to thin out. And your stats? They look completely different now. Your attack power has hit an absurd 4,258. And your range is sitting at 4,253 meters. About half an hour later, barely any new players are trickling out of the village anymore. The rabbits just aren't dying fast enough to be worth it. Seeing this, you decide not to stick around. You head off toward the level 1 grinding zone in the distance. The monsters here are feral cats. They hit a bit harder than the rabbits, but their HP is pretty much the same. So they drop just as fast. Plus, you spot some familiar faces. It's that sibling duo from earlier. The brother is playing a rogue, and the sister is a priest. The two of them are sweating bullets trying to take down a feral cat. Every time the cat's claws swipe the brother, he winces and curses in pain. Brother, I see that poor archer again. He's still level 0. Can we please let him join our party? He doesn't even have a weapon. Sis, are you crazy? My little dagger is literally smoking from trying to steal aggro here. And you still have time to worry about some random stranger? Hearing this, the sister stays quiet. She just shoots you an apologetic look. After all, her brother really is struggling out there. Give him a quick heal. Healing spell, +61. A soft green light glowed above the brother's head, and a massive smile instantly spread across his face. We just need to kill 2 more wildcats to level up. Then, I'll take you to hunt level 2 monsters. Okay, big brother. Whoa, what is that? Following Yao Yao's shocked gasp. A wild cat the size of a full-grown husky suddenly spawned out of nowhere. The wild cat boss was shrouded in an eerie, glowing purple aura. This sudden shift immediately drew loud gasps of shock from the surrounding players. Everyone's eyes were glued to the wild cat king. The crowd erupted into absolute chaos as players shouted in disbelief. A massive wave of players started charging straight at the wild cat king. A few ranged classes had already fired off their opening strikes. Field bosses don't have a cap on how many people can attack them. As long as you're in range, you can hit it. Afterwards, the boss's experience points are distributed based on your total damage. If you do less than 1%, you get absolutely nothing. As for the item loot, well, that belongs entirely to the player who lands the killing blow. Compared to the screaming crowd, you looked incredibly calm, because you were the only one who knew that this wild cat king didn't just spawn by accident. It was actually a hidden mechanic in Star Source. When a massive amount of monsters are wiped out in a single zone, there's a chance a regional boss will spawn. That's exactly how the Cat King appeared. Well, except for the Rabbit Zone. By now, a barrage of ranged attacks had already slammed into the wild Cat King. Everyone was holding their breath, staring intensely at the impact. If those attacks could just deal some damage, that would mean the boss was killable. But what left everyone completely dumbfounded was that when the huge wave of ranged spells hit the wild Cat King, only a pathetic handful of numbers floated above its head. -2, -3. Almost 98% of the ranged damage was completely, ruthlessly absorbed. This scene absolutely paralyzed the surrounding players with shock. You were the only person on the battlefield who knew why. The damage calculation system in Star Source is completely different from traditional games. If your attack power can't break through their base defense, you deal absolutely zero damage. You don't even get a forced -1. At that moment, the pathetic attacks completely enraged the wild Cat King. It let out an ear-piercing screech, and its razor-sharp claws instantly shot out. It violently swiped at the mob of people in front of it. The frontline warriors standing in front of the wild Cat King were instantly wiped out. One particularly unlucky player even dropped a piece of gear, which a quick-handed rogue nearby immediately snatched up. Screw this. How are we supposed to fight that? Run. This thing is going on a total massacre. The crowd completely scattered in sheer panic. Watching the players run for their lives from the boss, you let out a cold laugh and calmly walked toward the wild Cat King. Watching the players run for their lives from the boss, you let out a cold laugh and calmly walked toward the wild Cat King. At the same time, the wild Cat King noticed your approach. A flash of pure disdain gleamed in its eyes. Stupid human. You really think you can challenge me with your bare hands? The players frantically retreating all froze in their tracks, completely stunned. The brother and sister from earlier were so shocked their jaws practically hit the floor. While everyone was busy losing their minds, the system prompt and a server-wide announcement suddenly rang in your ears. Because you are the very first player in the entire server to slay an Iron Tier boss, your reputation increases by 10. You have obtained Silver Tier equipment. You have obtained the unique title, Pioneer, because you are the first player in the server to slay a boss. Your deeds will be broadcast across the entire Star Source continent. Do you wish to hide your name? Server-wide announcement. The player, 1 Arrow Double Standard, as the first player in the entire server to kill an Iron Tier boss, is hereby announced and specially rewarded with a Silver Tier equipment box. Reputation increased by 10, awarded the unique title, Trailblazer. At this moment, everyone had only one thought in their minds. Who is this 1 Arrow Double Standard? How can we get in touch with him? While the players were still completely stunned, you swooped in at top speed and scooped up the loot on the ground. Then bolted from the crowd without looking back. Right now, you're hiding in a corner of the beginner village, checking your haul. You dumped all 10 stat points from leveling up straight into vitality. Next, you look at an item in your inventory glowing with a green light. The exquisite Wildcat boots, probably because it was a first kill. The Iron Tier boss actually dropped Bronze Tier gear, but you're only level 2 right now, so you can't equip these boots yet. Aside from this bronze gear, there's still a silver treasure box waiting to be opened. You take a deep breath, and pop the box open. A flash of brilliant silver light erupts. So this is the Silver Moon Longbow. Silver Moon Longbow, Silver Tier. Attack range plus 50. Attack speed plus 10%. Active skill, Silver Moon Carnival. Increases firing rate to 200% for 10 seconds. Cooldown time, 1 hour. Your eyes light up. This is exactly what you need. The skill attached to the Silver Moon Longbow perfectly makes up for my current lack of attack speed. My farming efficiency is going way up. Stowing away the Silver Moon Longbow, you pretend to be a newbie and blend into the leveling crowd. You completely bypass the wildcat farming spot and head toward the wild dog farming zone further away. There's no shortage of players here either, but it's noticeably less crowded. You walk into a relatively busy area, then put on an act, occasionally shooting an arrow into some empty spots. Just as you're peacefully collecting soul fragments, a petite figure walks right up to you. Double standard pro, is that you? You've got the wrong guy. Impossible, I've been watching you for a while now. You are absolutely one arrow double standard. Impossible, I've been watching you for a while now. You are absolutely one arrow double standard. You really have the wrong guy. You don't have to lie to me, I remember your build. Pro, could I get a spot on your friends list? If you ever need heals, just call me. My heals are huge, plus, my brother is super useful too. If you need someone to run errands, I can call him for you. Yao Yao said, pointing at a rogue not too far away whose daggers were moving so fast they were a blur. Yao Yao, I'm almost out of HP, save me. Hearing this, the girl just raised her hand. The next second, a beam of green light rose above the rogue's head. Health plus 88, seeing this, you raise an eyebrow. What incredible healing output, a cleric at this level would be lucky to heal for 40 points. But this cleric named Yao Yao can actually heal for 88 points. Alright, you can add me as a friend. Haha, I already sent the request. I'm Karsik Yao Yao, one of the top 3 healers from your past life, known as the Human Fountain, Karsik Yao. But in your past life, Karsik Yao always gave off a totally unapproachable vibe. She looks completely different from this sweet and naive girl, okay? But then again, if this priest right in front of me is Dizzy Healer, then that means her brother is that jerk, Shadow. Is your brother's name Phantom? Oh, you know my brother? Yep, it really is that jerk, Phantom. A veteran rogue in the gaming world, and an absolute sister con. Star Source's #1 jerk. I heard his talent boosts his speed. He'd actually make a pretty good pawn. Thinking of this, corners of your mouth curl up into a slight smirk, and your gaze towards Dizzy Healer softens. I'll skip adding your brother as a friend for now. If I need anything later, I'll just hit you up directly. Okay, Pro. After chatting with Dizzy Healer for a bit, you leave the wild dog farming spot. Right now, the majority of players have already reached level 3. Some of the top players have hit level 4, and are getting close to level 5. You remember that the very first player to reach level 5 can trigger the only unique quest in the beginner village. It comes with a one-of-a-kind reward, which will be a massive help for leveling up later on. At this point, over 6 hours have already passed since the servers opened. Since you're using a standard gaming helmet, your daily playtime is capped at 8 hours. You have to use this last hour or so to push your level up to 5. Then you can grab that dungeon quest. As long as you accept it now, you can just finish it when you log back in tomorrow. You take a quick look at your talent. It's already stacked up to over 6,000. With over 6,000 meters of range and attack power, you can easily one-shot any normal mob at this stage of the game. Relying on your memory of the beginner map, you bypass all the farming zones under level 9. And head straight for the deepest part of the beginner village, the level 10 farming zone. Relying on your memory of the beginner map, you bypass all the farming zones under level 9. And head straight for the deepest part of the beginner village, the level 10 farming zone. This place is a massive valley. Down in the valley, roam level 10 mobs known as brood bears. These bears have huge health pools and crazy high defense. But they're super slow. Players with decent combat mechanics could easily kite them one-on-one. But you don't even need to risk going down into the valley. You walk right up to a towering cliff nearby. From up here, you get a bird's eye view of all the brood bears. And the distance to the bears below is barely under 1,000 meters. You unequip your beginner bow, and swap it out for the silver moon longbow. You draw the string and loose an arrow in one fluid motion. The arrow lands dead center on a brood bear. The bear takes minus 6,011 damage. With just a single shot, the health bar above its head is instantly wiped clean. You have slain a brood bear. You gained 180 experience points. You draw your bow again, aiming right at the next target. You have slain a brood bear. You gained 180 experience points. For the rest of the time, you turn into a ruthless, sniping machine. Every single time you draw your bow, you take down another brood bear. In no time at all, you hit level 5. The second you reach level 5, a system notification chimes right in your ear. Congratulations on being the first player to reach level 5. Your strength has earned the recognition of the Beginner Village Elder. You may now head over to the Elder of Beginner Village number 3 to accept a unique quest. Thrilled, you crushed the town portal scroll and warped straight back to the Beginner Village. You quickly found the village chief. I happen to have a very important quest for you right here. Jongshin Studio, I really need your help. Would you be willing to lend me a hand? I'd love to. Excellent, excellent. I knew I picked the right person. There is a lava demon lurking in the volcano to the west of the village. I need you to defeat it and seal it away using this scroll. You've triggered the unique hidden quest, Volcano Demon. Quest description. Deep within Mount Rear, located at the far west of the starting grounds, lurks a fearsome lava demon. Take the sealing scroll and seal the demon away. Time limit, 3 days. You checked your remaining time. With only a dozen or so minutes left before hitting the 8-hour limit, you instantly logged off right where you stood. Since it was a one-of-a-kind quest, once you accepted it, no one else could ever get it from the village chief again. Taking off your gaming helmet. After gaming all night long, you were absolutely starving. You quickly whipped up a bowl of instant ramen, and the moment you finished eating, you crashed out and went straight to sleep. Time flew by, and in the blink of an eye, it was already 12 a.m., midnight. With a flash of light, you logged back in, appearing right back at the village chief's house where you had logged out. You glanced at your playtime limit. Since you still had 16 minutes left when you last logged off, your total playtime this session was 8 hours and 16 minutes. The maximum accumulated playtime was 16 hours, and it wouldn't stack any higher than that. After logging in, the unique quest was still in your log. During the day, you had carefully gone over the strategy for this unique quest in your head, so you already knew exactly what to do. But before tackling that, you had something much more important to take care of. You had hit level 5, which meant you met the requirements to upgrade your general skills. When choosing a class, every player automatically learns a basic general skill. The archer's basic skill is heavy single shot, which can be upgraded into heavy double shot. You went over to the archer class trainer in the village and spent 100 copper coins to upgrade your heavy single shot into heavy double shot. Next, you popped open your friend list. Seeing that your only friend, Yao Yao Gets Carsick, was online, you instantly shot her a message. Got a quest that needs a healer. Wanna join? Meanwhile, over at the level 4 wild boar grinding spot, Yao Yao Gets Carsick was leaning against a tree, completely bored out of her mind as she twirled her beginner staff. Not far away from her, the rogue, Shadow, was slashing his dagger so fast it left after images. Ding! The game's notification chime snapped Yao Yao to attention. Wow, it's one arrow double target. The previously bored Yao Yao instantly lit up with a huge smile and replied to your message right away. Yes, yes, yes. I'd be absolutely thrilled to do a quest with a pro like you. Awesome, send me your coordinates, I'll come find you. Yao Yao immediately sent over her coordinates, and following the map, you quickly tracked her down. Over here, over here. The young girl was beyond excited when she saw you. She hopped up and down, waving her pale little arms. Grinding levels here is just way too slow. I'll take you somewhere a lot faster. Without another word, you walked over and sent Yao Yao a party invite. Yay, I'm coming with you. Without a second thought, Yao Yao immediately ditched her older brother's party and basically threw herself into your arms. Meanwhile, Shadow, who was busy trading blows with a wild boar, didn't notice a single thing. It wasn't until he finally killed the boar and saw his express gain was off that he realized his little sister was completely gone. Wait, where did Yao Yao go? Huh? Yao Yao, where are you? How could you just leave without saying a word? I've already teamed up with the Double Standard Pro. We're heading to a high-level farming spot right now. What? Yao Yao, you're still so young. You have to watch out for bad guys. Listen to your big brother and come back right now. Yu Ying was panicking. Even though this was just a game, there was no way he'd let his little sister get taken advantage of. No way, I have to give this one arrow double standard guy a piece of my mind. Ah, how could it say user not found? This bastard actually didn't add me as a friend. Charging ahead blindly, you bastard, one arrow double standard, just you wait. Taking Yao Yao with you, you easily made your way back to the Savage Bear Valley where you had farmed before. Pro, are you really taking me to fight level 10 monsters? Can we even beat them? You just smiled and didn't say a word. Standing on the high ground, you drew your bow and fired. The savage bear's health dropped by 6,217 as the arrow shot out. Savage bear below died on the spot. You killed the savage bear and gained 75 experience points. You absorbed 1 soul fragment. Your attack power increased by 1, and your attack range increased by 1. Standing beside you and witnessing the whole thing, Yao Yao's little mouth was wide open, big enough to fit a whole egg inside. She had imagined many ways you could kill monsters, but she never expected you to shoot from hundreds of meters away. Killing the savage bear below with a single arrow. He's seriously so strong, way stronger than my brother. You, however, didn't pay any mind to Yao Yao's shock. At this moment, you had already pulled out the silver moon longbow and started rapid firing. 1 savage bear could give you 75 experience points, but you needed 6,000 experience points to level up. It couldn't be helped. If you wanted to quickly finish this unique quest, you definitely needed a priest's healing. Sharing some experience right now. Get her to level 5 early was completely necessary. Under your rapid fire kills, Dizzy Healer Yao Yao's experience bar skyrocketed at a visible rate, eventually maxing out. I hit level 5. Yao Yao felt her head spinning. She was already level 5 just like that? Yesterday, her brother was swinging his daggers like a spinning wheel, and it wasn't even this fast. Yao Yao's words didn't stop your shooting. You continued to rapidly kill the savage bears below. If you've got nothing to do, head down and pick up the loot. Okay, Yao Yao replied eagerly, and then headed down toward the valley below. Last time, you were in such a rush to get back to the village for the quest that you left a whole floor of loot behind. We definitely can't waste it this time. Level 10 gear might be hard to sell right now, but the dropped copper coins were real money. You stood above the valley and continued your rapid fire. Down below, Dizzy Healer Yao Yao had gotten busy. Under your relentless rapid fire, savage bears down there were wiped out once again. Just as you were about to leave, Dizzy Healer Yao Yao's excited shout rang out. A boss spawned. Hearing this, you felt a surge of joy. Your eyes quickly found it in the valley. That massive figure that had just respawned. Dizzy Healer Yao Yao, who was busy picking up loot, immediately sent the information over. It's a bronze tier boss. Let me share the stats. Skills: Savage Bear Roar, Earth Stomp, and Brutal Charge. You had to admit, it truly lived up to being a level 10 bronze tier boss. These stats were absolutely insane. Under normal circumstances, an average player wouldn't even be able to break its defense. These stats were absolutely insane. Under normal circumstances, an average player wouldn't even be able to break its defense. Fortunately, your current attack power had already reached 6,452. Assuming there was no damage reduction, one arrow could take off over 4,000 of its health. You step back for now. I'll take care of this boss. You sent a message to Dizzy Healer Yao Yao, and then immediately activated the Silver Moon Longbow's active skill. Silver Moon Revelry activated. Attack speed is boosted to 200% for 10 seconds. Cooldown is 1 hour. Right now, your attack speed is just under 1 arrow every 2 seconds. But after activating the Silver Moon Longbow's active skill, you can fire over 10 times in just 10 seconds. On top of that, Double Heavy Arrow. It fires 2 heavy arrows at a single target simultaneously. Each arrow deals 150% attack damage. It costs 20 mana, with an 8-second cooldown. According to the skill description, this move can deal 12,000 damage to the Savage Bear Guardian. You initiate with a basic attack, immediately follow up with Double Heavy Arrow, then pop Silver Moon Revelry and start firing like crazy. Once the 10 seconds are up, you hit it with another Double Heavy Arrow. Hiding away in the Savage Bear Valley, Dizzy Healer Yao just watches the space above the Guardian's head suddenly explode with a dense cluster of damage numbers. Then, its health bar drains like a bursting dam, plummeting rapidly until it hits 0. Whoa, he just one-shotted? I'm level 8 now. I thought insta-killing a black iron boss was this pro's limit, but he actually just one-shot a bronze boss too. Just then, the game's system notification rings in your ears. Congratulations! You have slain the bronze tier boss, Savage Bear Guardian. Your level has increased to level 8, because you are the very first player across the entire server to defeat a bronze tier boss. Your reputation increases by 30 points. You have received 1 gold tier equipment choice box. You have gained 30 free attribute points. You have obtained 1 generic class skill choice book. Pingqin Studio, your glorious deeds will echo across the Star Source continent. Do you wish to hide your name? Ding. Global announcement. Players, 1 arrow 2 marks and Yao Yao gets motion sickness as the very first players in the server to slay a level 10 bronze boss. The announcement echoes across the entire server once again. Are you kidding me? A bronze boss? And it's level 10? Over at the wild boar leveling zone, Phantom, who had been constantly messaging his sister, completely freezes. He honestly thought his little sister had been scammed, but she was actually out there power leveling. She even took down a bronze tier boss. Doing it once could be a fluke, but doing it twice? That's genuine raw skill. But this punk still ran off with my little sister. Yao Yao, where are you guys right now? I'm coming over. Brother, you really don't need to come. I've already followed the pro back to the village. He's going to help me upgrade my priest skills. Back in the novice village, you take Dizzy Healer Yao over to the priest instructor and upgrade your healing spell. After the upgrade, you take a piece of loot dropped by the bronze boss and trade it over to her. The geothermal necklace, black iron tier. It grants plus 10 mana and boosts mana recovery speed by 30%. This will be incredibly helpful for the unique quest you're about to tackle next. The Guardian Leather Armor, Silver Tier Quality. Equip requirement, Level 10, Earth's Protection. When taking lethal damage for the first time, you survive with exactly 1 health point. This is absolutely massive for you. It'll finally make your squishy frame a little more tanky. Aside from the gear, the Savage Bear Guardian also dropped over 600 copper coins. You hand half of them over to Dizzy Healer Yao. Man, rolling with a pro feels so good. After splitting up the boss loot, you immediately crack open the generic skill choice book. Since you get to pick, you don't hesitate for a single second to choose one specific generic skill, Split Arrow, passive activated. Upon hitting the target, the arrow splits into 3 phantom arrows. These phantom arrows will automatically seek out nearby enemies. Each phantom arrow deals 80% of your attack power as physical damage. The attack range of the phantom arrows is 50% of your shooting range. The toggle cooldown is 1 second with 0 cost. This is the only area of effect skill an archer gets before reaching level 10. And it is a highly practical, toggleable passive skill. It is incredibly useful for you right now, because players are no longer packed together like they were at the server launch. You can't just rely on the player army to do the dirty work for you anymore. Right now, the monster killing speed of other players is nowhere near as efficient as you picking them off one by one. Split Arrow perfectly fills this need for you. After locking in your skill, you open the gold tier equipment selection box. Right now, you are only level 8, and most of the gear inside the gold tier box requires level 10 to equip. You carefully sift through the massive pile of loot, and finally settle on a ring, the Ring of Swiftness, gold tier. Landing attacks or skills with no more than a 3-second gap between them grants 1 stack of swiftness. Each stack boosts your attack speed by 10%, stacking up to 8 times. That means, as long as I keep up the rhythm, my attacks will be more than twice as fast. This ring is totally worth it, and when I trigger the Silver Moon Longbow's Silver Moon Frenzy, then your attack speed will skyrocket to 4 times the original for 10 seconds. With that kind of burst damage, there is absolutely no boss at this stage of the game that can survive. After equipping the Ring of Swiftness, you head to the weapon shop and restock on 2,000 arrows. Then you call out to Dizzy Healer Yao and head out of the village. It is time to complete that unique quest. Not long after the two of you leave, Shadow, who had to run all the way back on foot, hurriedly arrives at the village. He searches high and low around the village but cannot find his sister anywhere. Yao, where are you? Damn you, double standard arrow. Give me back my sister. Ah. Outside the village, you and Dizzy Healer Yao party up and head west. Along the way, whenever you see a wild monster, you casually one-shot it with a single arrow. You don't even bother picking up the dropped gear or copper coins, you're just doing it to build up your talent stacks. If only my brother was here, she sighs. He runs so fast. He could pick up all the loot without slowing us down at all. Huh? You pause. Hearing Dizzy Healer Yao say that suddenly gives you a brilliant idea. That jerk Shadow might be useless at everything else, but his running speed is absolutely top tier. Lately, my shooting range has been getting further and further. So I have to run a long way just to pick up gear. If I seriously have to run 1 kilometer back and forth by myself, it is just a massive waste of time. But what if someone was dedicated to picking it up for me? Yao, where's your brother right now? Him? He's in the beginner village right now. Why do you ask? Send him our coordinates. Tell him to get over here. Okay, coordinates sent. Good, let's keep moving. With Shadow's speed, he will catch up to us in no time. Sure enough, in less than 5 minutes, Dizzy Healer Yao tells you her brother is here. Hearing this, you stop in your tracks, only to see a black silhouette in the distance. He is rushing toward you at breakneck speed. Shadow's legs are moving so fast they are a literal blur. He refuses to slow down even for a split second. You little punk, stay away from my sister. Or else, don't blame me for, before Shadow can even finish his sentence. Fawn's HP minus 6,841. Holy crap, Shadow's eyes almost pop right out of his skull. Even though he has already witnessed your insane damage before. But back then, you could barely hit for 4,000. Now you're almost pushing 7,000. I haven't seen him for a few days, and this guy is just getting more and more ridiculous. What did you just say? You're way too far. Well. I mean, boss, you asked me to come over. Is there something you need? I mean, boss, you asked me to come over. Is there something you need? Oh, it's like this. I heard from Yao Yao that you're a really fast runner. So I was hoping you could help me pick up the drops from a distance. I can't grab them all myself. What, pick up gear? I am the future Thief King with a double S-tier talent. No way, I'm not happy about it, and I'm not doing it. You'll split the profits 50-50 for any gear you pick up and sell. Well, refusing is absolutely impossible. Deal, party invite sent. Love you, sis. Besides, after seeing his massive damage output just now, Shadow truly believed that he couldn't pick up all the drops himself. The demand for gear was still huge at this stage. With strong backing from governments worldwide, the GameStar source had become insanely popular. Yet, the drop rates in the game were pitifully low. This meant that most players still didn't even have a few decent pieces of gear to their names. Even a top-tier player like him was still wearing beginner cloth armor. Shadow figured that, to give his little sister a better life. So what if he had to work a little harder and lose some pride? With Shadow joining the team, you didn't waste any more time. You kept moving, one-shotting every wild monster along the way. Along the journey, you finally got to witness Shadow's insane movement speed. He was actually faster than you. And keep in mind, with your gear boosts, your agility had already reached 68 points. Under normal circumstances, his movements are even faster than I imagined. He's only level 4, but moving at this speed, he can snatch up every single piece of gear without missing a beat. What exactly is his talent? One thing's for sure, though. If he really set his mind to running away, very few people could ever catch him. While you were left in awe, Shadow was absolutely thrilled. Although the drop rates in Star Source were super low, your killing speed was just insanely fast. With that massive sheer volume, the amount of gear dropping was naturally off the charts. This common staff will sell for 80 copper coins. I can buy Yao Yao a durian with that. Oh, another weapon. This one can go for 120 copper coins. That's enough to treat Yao Yao to some grilled fish. And if I sell these boots, it'll be just perfect to order Yao Yao a midnight snack. Ha ha, ha ha. The three of them fought as they advanced. Because you are carrying the sealing scroll, you have caught the attention of Calder, the volcano demon. You will suffer continuous fire damage while inside the volcanic zone. The closer you get to the heart of the volcano, the stronger the burning effect will become. In my past life, the strategy to beat this volcano demon had been figured out inside and out. Thankfully, we have our priest, Healer Yao, in the party. And now, with Shadow joining us, clearing this dungeon will be a piece of cake. Shadow, go pull the aggro from those little fire demons up ahead in the volcanic zone. And lure them all over here. HMPH, no problem. Yao Yao, keep a little eye on your brother. Don't worry, boss. After instructing the two of them, you take a few steps back, stepping out of the volcano's range. As you retreat, the damage numbers popping up above your head instantly vanish. A moment later, a figure dashes out from behind the volcanic rocks. His butt is literally trailing black smoke. I'm done for, quick, help me. These volcanic imps are ranged mages. Yao Yao, save me. Healing spell. A flash of green light rises up. Phantom's health bar instantly maxes out. The upgraded healing spell is way stronger than the basic one. Phantom is obviously mind blown by healer Yao Yao's insane healing output. He almost gets hit by the fireball from behind. Right at that moment, an arrow flies in from a distance. Upon hitting the imp, the arrow instantly splits, wiping out the 3 adjacent imps in a single shot. In less than a second, 11 imps are instantly wiped out on the spot. Before the remaining imps can even react, another arrow lands. The scene falls dead silent. Phantom stares at you in the distance with sheer shock. Along the way, he had tried his best to overestimate you, but now he realizes he still completely underestimated you. Has he always been this overpowered? You mean our double standard pro? He's always been this amazing. I literally have a double S rank talent too. So why do I feel like such a total scrub? The mobs are cleared out. Next, we need to lure out the boss from inside the volcano. Even though Flame Demon Calder is a world boss, he still has his own aggro range, so dragging him outside to fight is highly unrealistic. But you're different. Your attack range is already over 7,000 meters. As long as Calder dares to show his head, you can completely one-shot him. And the only use for our designated bait, Phantom, is to lure Calder out. A muffled rumble echoes from inside Riki Volcano, followed by billowing thick smoke shooting up into the sky. Accompanied by this massive presence, a colossal figure rises from the magma at the center. Insignificant mortals, how dare you disturb the slumber of the great Calder? Flame Demon Calder, Silver Tier Boss. Calder's voice booms like a massive bell, shaking the entire volcano. Even the players farming mobs far away hear the commotion over here. In a flash, the region chat blows up. He looks way stronger than the Dire Bear Guardian. Actually, the only thing stronger is his health bar. To me, he's not much of a threat anymore. The exact second he appears, you open with an auto attack, followed by twin heavy shot. In the distance, Flame Demon Calder roars endlessly, but he cannot leave the volcano's core area. So, he can only vent his rage on the ground. Calder slams his massive hands down, shattering the surrounding volcanic rocks into pieces, caving in a huge chunk of the ground itself. After a few arrows, your attack speed stacks up. Seeing this, you immediately activate the Silver Moon Longbow's equipment skill, Silver Moon Revelry. Attack speed doubles. In that instant, the arrows in your hands suddenly accelerate. You unleash an attack on Flame Demon Calder with an absolutely insane fire rate. A dense swarm of damage numbers pops up above the Flame Demon's head. His health bar drains as fast as an open floodgate. Phantom stands to the side, completely dumbfounded. I will not accept this. Lord Laurent. I have failed. You have successfully defeated Flame Demon Calder. Please seal his demon core quickly. The demon core is floating right above the body, emitting a wicked, fiery glow. You have successfully sealed the Flame Demon. Quest completed. You couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. This first kill dropped 2 pieces of gold tier gear and 1 gold tier item. Demon Staff, tier, gold, active skill, summon imps. Based on your mana, you can summon 3 flame imps to fight alongside you. It boosts spell power to 130%. Obviously, this is top-tier gear for an artillery mage. The summoned imps can act as meat shields, and the mana burn effect pushes your damage output even higher. Demon Collar, tier, gold, active skill, demonic immunity. When activated, it removes all negative status effects. Cooldown, 1 hour. Passive skill, blood burn. When equipped, your max HP drops to 90%, but your resistance goes up by 50. Besides the 2 pieces of gear, there is also a gold tier item, Demon's Whisper, tier, gold. It's a consumable item. Use it to confuse a target enemy for 5 seconds. Having this item is going to be a huge help for what you need to do next. Only then did you notice that the area outside the volcano was already packed with players. A tall, burly middle-aged man with a thick beard stepped out from the crowd. "Hey there, I'm Tyrant Blade, Vice President of the Tyrant Guild. Were you guys the ones fighting the boss just now?" Phantom and Dizzy Yao didn't say a word, and instead, they both looked right at you. Seeing this, Tyrant Blade instantly understood what was going on. It seems this trio was led by Double Arrow. "Hey, bro Double Arrow, any interest in joining our Tyrant Guild? I can guarantee you a position as a Hall Master." As soon as he said this, the crowd of onlookers gasped in surprise. "You're only offering bro Double Arrow a Hall Master position? HMPH, I don't think you should be called Tyrant Blade, you should be called Discount Blade." Crowd gasped again. It was Wandering Sky, President of the Wandering God Guild. "Double Arrow, as long as you join our Wandering God Guild, I'll personally make you our head elder. And if you perform well, I can even promote you to Vice President." Wow, Vice President, in your past life, this Wandering God Guild was absolutely disgusting. They colluded with the evil gods, and the bloody scenes of them betraying other players are still fresh in your mind. And now, they actually have the nerve to invite you? What a joke, if you didn't have to head back and turn in your quest right now. "Sorry everyone, I don't have any plans to join a guild right now." You accepted Tyrant Blade's friend request, and then crushed a town portal scroll, seeing that you didn't even spare a glance at the Wandering God Guild. Before teleporting straight back to the city, Wandering Sky's face instantly darkened. As the crowd dispersed, the news that Double Arrow had taken down another boss, and rejected invitations from all the major guilds spread like wildfire across the forums. Naturally, you didn't have the time to care about any of that. By now, you had already returned to the village. "Village Chief, I've completed the quest." The village chief took the item and glanced at it. "I knew you were a true warrior. Here, this is the reward you've earned." Ha 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 ha, ding, you have completed the unique quest, Volcano Demon. You have obtained the unique item, Angel Wings. The angel wings can be soul bound. Once bound, you can control the wings to fly freely, and they are upgradable. It was that highly coveted, one-of-a-kind gear from your past life. With a single thought, the wings on your back fluttered gently, and you instantly lifted off and flew into the air. You were so thrilled experiencing flight for the first time. It wasn't until half an hour later that you reluctantly landed back down. "Congratulations, your level has increased to level 10. You looked a bit dazed. In your past life, it took you a full 10 days or so to reach level 10. But in this life, it only took you 2 days to hit level 10. Server announcement. A player has reached level 10. The level leaderboard is now open. This server-wide announcement left all the players completely stunned. Are you kidding me? I'm only level 4, and someone's already level 10? Is the gap really that huge? You've gotta be kidding. I'm just level 4, and someone is level 10. Is the gap really that massive? Oh, it's the gaming god double standard? That makes sense then. Meanwhile, at a level 6 farming spot, Roaming God looked furious. This one-arrow double standard was way too big of a threat. If he won't work for me, then we destroy him. Allah, go do a thorough background check on him. If this guy really doesn't know what's good for him. Don't worry, boss, I'm a pro at this. Although there was an auction house in Star Source, they charged a 10% transaction fee. It was best to save that money if possible. Not long after you sent the screenshot over, Tyrant Blade replied, "I'll offer 100,000 copper coins for this piece of gear. You name the place, and we'll trade directly. Send someone to the entrance of the beginner village to trade." A little while later, you saw a young man named Tyrant Patroller running over. Upon seeing you, he was extremely polite. The two of you quickly completed the trade. Tyrant Patroller didn't even dare to step out of the village, running straight toward the warehouse in the center of the village. From now on, you could finally focus on stacking your talent in peace. You first flew right above the level 0 rabbits, and relying on your ultra-long attack range along with the massive area damage from your split arrows. You repeated the same process, completely wiping out the level 1 farming zone as well. At the same time, you reached out to Yao Yao Gets Carsick, giving her a set of coordinates, and telling her to wait there with her brother Phantom. Flying all the way, by the time you reached the target location, your talent stacks had already exceeded 10,000 layers. The siblings' eyes practically bulged out of their heads. The group quickly arrived at a small valley, shaped by volcanic ash, not far from where you had defeated the fire demon. System prompt. Do you wish to use the ceiling scroll to open the teleportation interface? Open. Server announcement. Player, 1 arrow double standard, has unlocked the dungeon, Demon's Breath. All players level 5 and above may enter the dungeon to explore. Less than half a minute after the dungeon opened, a notification popped up in your friend list. Bro, our guild wants to secure the first clear for this dungeon. Can you lend us a hand? Seriously bro, our guild really wants to snatch up this dungeon's first clear. Can you please help us out? Name your price, whatever you want. Sure, but I get to distribute all the gear that drops in the dungeon, plus you'll owe me another 100,000 copper coins afterward. No problem. As long as they could snag the server's first clear, the exposure from the server-wide announcement would be worth more than any amount of advertising money. While Tyrant Blade was rushing over, players who had been farming nearby started arriving one after another. Wanna party up, God player? Our whole team is made up of cute girls. Count me in, my damage is insane. Wow, what an incredible bow. Can I take a look at it? Seeing this entire scene unfold, Yao Yao gets carsick, who was standing right next to you, started pouting so hard her lips were practically touching the sky. Tyrant Blade didn't keep you waiting for long, terrified that another guild might steal the first clear. Once we're in the dungeon, everyone follows my lead. I guarantee you'll get that first clear without a scratch. Don't worry, I've already made it clear to them. If anyone steps out of line, just kick them from the party. Hey, double standard, I haven't even joined the party yet. The Tyrant Guild members can handle the loot. I don't need you for now. Saying that, you led the way right into the dungeon, leaving Shadow standing there completely speechless. Damn you, double standard arrow. You ran off with my sister again. I'm so pissed off. Ding, you are about to enter the dungeon, Demon's Breath. Please select your difficulty. Hell mode, difficulty selected, teleporting now. Following the system prompt, your party was instantly teleported straight into the hell mode of the Demon's Breath dungeon. The sudden shift left everyone feeling a bit dizzy. Why are we in a hell mode dungeon, brother double standard? Because it has to be hell mode. The items I need will only drop on this difficulty. Hearing that, Tyrant Blade immediately shut his mouth. Although they didn't say anything out loud, they immediately started complaining in their private group chat. What the hell is double standard arrow thinking? Although they didn't say anything out loud, they immediately started complaining in their private group chat. What the hell is double standard arrow thinking? He hasn't even run this dungeon before, and he picks the highest difficulty? Is he trying to get us killed? Let's just try it out. Since he dared to pick this difficulty, he must be confident about it. Hearing Tyrant Blade say this, the others had no choice but to bite their tongues for the time being. Of course, you had no idea that the Tyrant Guild members were gossiping about you in their private chat. Right now, your entire focus was locked onto the dungeon's information. It wasn't like you hadn't cleared the hell mode of Demon's Breath in your past life. You just ended up dying to the final boss. That boss was a massive counter to melee fighters, which meant you couldn't use your full power, leading to a total party wipe. But things were different now. You gripped the Silver Moon longbow tightly in your hand. Rogue, go up ahead and pull the mobs. Healer, keep a close eye on his health bar. Everyone else, get ready to grab the loot. Wait, a rogue pulling aggro? Shouldn't the full tank warrior be taking the hits? Well, they were the elite members of the Tyrant Guild for a reason. Even though they were clearly unhappy about you instantly picking hell mode and giving weird orders. The rogue still dashed forward, aggroing a huge mob of demons. The moment these humanoid fiends spotted him, they let out deafening roars and charged right at him. The rogue looked visibly panicked. These demons had massive attack power but low defense. If he took even 2 hits by mistake, he would drop dead on the spot. But then, you raised your bow, 3 arrows loose in a single second. with the deadly combo of double heavy shot and split arrow. Every single damage number popped up well over 10,000, in just a split second. Nothing was left but a floor completely covered in loot and copper coins. Everyone watching completely froze. What the hell? 10,000 damage? One shot by an arrow? Even Tyrant Blade was stunned into absolute silence. He knew you were strong, but he never imagined you were this insanely overpowered. Still, whatever the case, your absolute power finally put their minds at ease. What are you all standing around for? Hurry up and grab the loot. The group snapped out of it, and the full tank warrior was the first one to dash forward, scooping up the glowing drops. As for the rogue player, he casually went back to pulling the next mob, lured out all the molten demons in less than 1 minute. This crazy farming speed, even the elite squad from the Tyrant Guild, who had seen it all, were left completely speechless. We don't need any of this loot. You guys just name a price. Tyrant Blade was pretty straightforward too, offering a fair price based on gold tier stats. You didn't even bother haggling over it. Stepping deep into the cave, a swarm of creatures hanging upside down from the ceiling caught everyone's eye. You simply raised your hand and let an arrow fly. Then you followed up with a double heavy shot, a split arrow, and a string of basic attacks, instantly wiping out the closest pack of gargoyles on the spot. The whole group watched, absolutely dizzy with shock. Man, if we could run every dungeon like this, that would be freaking amazing. Wow, one arrow, you're so incredible. As the group pushed deeper inside, they quickly spotted 3 different cave entrances up ahead. You knew that the middle tunnel was where the boss was hiding, while the left and right ones held the unlock levers. After walking for less than 3 minutes, the path suddenly opened up into a massive cavern. Right in the dead center of this underground space stood a huge, blazing altar. A petrified demon stood right in the middle of it, and just behind the demon was a large lever. To get into the boss room, someone had to pull that lever down. The only thing connecting the entrance to the altar was a long suspension bridge, hanging over absolute, endless darkness. Once that demon wakes up, it'll destroy the bridge, so whoever goes over there, unless they can kill it before the bridge drops, they are completely dead meat. The rogue who pulled aggro earlier stepped up and said, "I'll do it. I'm fast enough. I might be able to stall it for a bit. I'll do it. I'm fast enough. I might be able to stall it for a bit." You simply nodded at him, giving him the green light to pull the boss. The exact moment he crossed the bridge and stepped onto the altar, a deep, deafening roar echoed in everyone's ears. "You filthy humans, the great flame demon, Lord Laurent, will not be disturbed." The statue instantly came to life, erupting into furious, blazing flames. Demon Guard Chanod, Elite Tier, Level 10, it's way too far. Can the pro even hit the demon from here? As soon as that was said, everyone froze in panic. But right as they started worrying, you had already drawn your bow. A basic wooden arrow rested on the Silver Moon longbow, and with a sharp swoosh, it took flight. Everyone's eyes were glued to that wooden arrow, watching it soar until it slammed right into the Demon Guard. The Demon Guard's health dropped by 12,248. The damage numbers popped up. He can hit it. You damn bugs, come here and face me. Under your relentless attacks. The boss finally collapsed, exploding into a massive pile of sweet loot. Luckily, the rogue who was holding aggro earlier actually managed to survive. You completely ignored a few useless pieces of dark iron and silver gear. But you held onto one specific silver staff. The stats on this thing were pretty average, but the revive skill it came with was insanely useful. Give that staff to Yao Yao. Got it? When the little girl was handed the silver gear, she was totally dizzy with excitement. He actually gave it to me? Once activated, the target gets a revive buff. I can't believe it has a skill like that. That's so overpowered. After sorting out the loot, you had the rogue pull the lever down. Then, you chose the path on the far right, just like the previous guard altar. Here, A demon guard was also guarding the altar. Just like the previous guard altar, there was also a demon guard protecting the altar. You repeated the same trick, slaying it before the guard could destroy the rope bridge. This time, it dropped a few pieces of silver tier gear and a bunch of black iron gear. However, none of this equipment was of any use to you. So you let Tyrant Blade cash them all out. After both altar switches were activated, you followed the middle cave all the way down. A moment later, the group arrived at an underground cave that was several times larger than the previous two. The only difference was, this cave had no altars and no demons. There was only a flight of stone steps leading down from the entrance, leading straight into churning, scorching magma below. Right in the middle of the lava rested a giant demon's head with its eyes tightly shut. This was the boss of the dungeon, the flame demon Laurent. Along the edges of the lava pool, there were a few small platforms barely big enough for 3 or 4 people to stand on. Other than those, there were absolutely no other footholds. In your past life, you had stood right on these tiny platforms to fight the boss. But back then, you were a warrior. Your attack range was just too damn short. Even though you pushed your skills to the absolute limit, in the end, you still couldn't dodge the boss's magma bombardment. In this life, the tables have turned. Someone go lure the boss out. No way, it's way too narrow down there, I won't have room to fight. I'll go. He went down the stone steps to the bottom, and then fired a double heavy arrow straight at the demon's head. But it only dealt a measly -5 HP of damage to the demon. The archer flushed red with embarrassment. Compared to you effortlessly dealing over 10,000 damage, his single-digit damage was just downright pathetic. He shot a quick, nervous glance at you, and breathed a sigh of relief when he saw you had no reaction at all. Triggered by the attack, the slumbering boss finally woke up. Who dares to disturb the great Lawrence's slumber? I will make you all pay. Along with a deep, rumbling roar, the demon in the lava slowly revealed its massive form. Unlike the gigantic ones you fought outside earlier, this flame demon, Calder, was only about 5 meters tall. But its stats were a whole lot higher than before. Jumanji, this flame demon, Calder, was only about 5 meters tall, but its stats were a whole lot higher than before. Flame demon Laurent, silver tier boss, level 10, demon king form, skills, flame roar, summon demon, lava, eruption, giant's body, and rebirth from fire. When the flame demon's insane stats were displayed right in front of everyone, the whole group fell dead silent. Is this thing even meant for humans to fight? We're all gonna die here. Don't say that, but just look at him. Everyone immediately turned their eyes to you, only to see that you had already drawn your bowstring back. An arrow flew right out of your hand, striking the flame demon below with pinpoint accuracy. Instantly, a damage number popped up above the demon. -9,754 HP. 9,700? The flame demon's aggro was instantly locked right onto you. You damn bugs, now you've really pissed me off. Quick, get out of the way, Yao Yao. The flames violently exploded, and agonizing screams echoed through the cave. Everyone else, including Tyrant Blade, got instantly wiped out. Hold on to me tight, you shouted to Yun Nai Yao, before immediately soaring up toward the highest point of the cavern. Yao is terrified right now, clutching your arm for dear life. You fly her up to the very top of the cave, high above the flame demon standing in the magma. A full 500 meters away. At this distance, you immediately ready your bow. Unable to reach you, all the flame demon can do is roar in helpless rage, smashing the magma around it and sending it flying everywhere. Meanwhile, the Tyrant Guild's private chat is completely blowing up. What the hell is that damage? I'm a full health warrior and I just got one-shotted. Can the double standard god even beat the boss? He's still alive. He's still fighting it right now. All buffs activated. Silver Moon Carnival, start. Final blessing. May the light protect you. Please win this. I will. Right after Yao applies the revival buff on you, the flame demon unleashes a screen-wide ultimate attack. With no defensive skills left, Yao's health bar is instantly wiped out. But her sacrifice buys you a precious window to deal damage. You dodge and weave through the air like a ghost. Laurent is acting like a furious lion right now. You start using kiting tactics. Thanks to your flawless positioning, Laurent's health keeps dropping, finally reaching the boss execution threshold. Without a second thought, you charge up and deliver the final blow. Your wiped out party members can't help but worry about you. But before they can even respawn, they hear the system notification ringing in their ears. Your party has successfully cleared the dungeon. Cleared a hell-level dungeon? No way, that's impossible. Players 1 arrow double standard, Yao Yao gets carsick, and Tyrant 1 slash are the first to clear the hell-level dungeon, Demon's Breath. Their heroic deeds will be recorded throughout the Star Origin continent. This server-wide announcement completely stuns Tyrant 1 slash and his crew. From the moment they pulled the boss to their wipe, it only took about 3 minutes in total. And yet, you've already somehow managed to kill the terrifying final boss. That's just way too fast. Meanwhile, inside a normal difficulty dungeon, Rogue God Dongtian is leading his guild's elite squad, fighting their own final boss. Unlike the hell level, the boss stats are miles apart. As long as they manage the aggro properly, it really isn't that hard. Guild Master. Yeah, that's right. A smug smile appears on Rogue God Dongtian's horse-like face. That idiot Tyrant 1 slash is probably still kissing 1 arrow double standard's ass. Player 1 arrow double standard and the Tyrant 1 slash guild have claimed the first kill in Demon's Breath. The guild member next to him suddenly goes wide-eyed and screams, "Guild Master, they cleared the hell difficulty." His hands instinctively slow down for half a second. As a result, the enraged boss instantly one-shots a few squishy classes, then backhands the tanking warrior to death. With the situation totally out of control, the entire team is quickly wiped out. Back at the dungeon entrance, Rogue God Dongtian grips the guild member's face tightly with his right hand, his expression twisted in rage. "Who told you to yell so damn loud? Guild Master, I'm sorry. Ah, it hurts, it hurts. Ding, you have slain the silver tier boss, Flame Demon Calder. You gained 0 experience. You click your tongue. After level 10, you can only gain experience once you finish the novice trial and enter the main city. The only reason you're still staying here is partly for the dungeon's first clear rewards, and partly for the novice villages. Hidden gold tier boss. Everyone's figures materialize at the dungeon entrance. You glance at the gear in your inventory, then take out one of the gold tier items, along with 4 pieces of silver gear, which you sold to Tyrant Blade. As for yourself, you kept 2 items. The flame boots. Grade. Gold. Required level 10. Active skill. Flame path. For 10 seconds, wherever you move, will leave behind a trail of fire. Any hostile targets walking on this fiery path will take 50 points of burn damage per second. Cooldown time, 1 hour. The Hellstone Necklace. Grade. Gold. Mana plus 50. Resistance plus 20. Mana recovery rate increased by 20%. Active skill. Hellfire Ring. Consumes 30% of your maximum mana to cast a defensive ring of fire around yourself. This temporarily boosts your resistance by 100 points, and blocks 100 points of ranged attack damage until the ring shatters. Double standard, you absolute legend. Thank you so much, man. The Wandering God Guild was this close to taking the first kill. It was just a fair trade. You exchanged some pleasantries with Tyrant Blade, and gave a few instructions to Dizzy Healer Yao before logging off. Right before disconnecting, you checked the level leaderboard. You were still sitting right at the very top. In second place was Dizzy Healer Yao. Since she had been tagging along with you the whole time, she'd soaked up a massive amount of experience, and had already reached level 9. In third place was Phantom. That kid had been grinding with you for a while too, and was now sitting at level 8. Taking off your gaming helmet, you grabbed your phone to check your bank balance. When you saw that shiny 7-figure number, a genuine, heartfelt smile finally spread across your face. Right after, you dropped 990,000 online to pre-order a high-end gaming pod. Unlike standard gaming helmets, a gaming pod lets you stay logged in for an extra 2 hours a day. For other players, that might just mean a little bit of extra express. But for you, that was a guaranteed 2 solid hours of stacking your talent. You didn't have the cash for it before. But now that you were loaded, you definitely weren't going to pass up the opportunity. The staff was incredibly efficient. Not long after you finished eating and headed back, someone was already knocking at your door to set it up. Over an hour later, the gaming pod was perfectly installed. With it ready to go, you could finally log back in. As soon as you spawned in, you walked right up to the village chief. "Ah, you're here, Chief. I'd like to take the beginner's trial." "What difficulty level would you like to attempt for the beginner's trial?" Be warned, the results of this trial will directly impact your future path of growth. Please choose very carefully. The glaring red warning text flashed brightly, but you couldn't care less. You focused all your attention on the selection panel that had just popped up. Hell difficulty, Monster HP, 6400%, Qianmin Studio, all stats, 300%. "I choose Hell difficulty," you said confidently. The moment you said that, the chief's warm smile instantly vanished, his face turning pale. "Young man, I strongly advise you to reconsider. I've already made up my mind." Seeing how stubborn you were, the chief didn't try to argue anymore. He just let out a sigh and said, "Best of luck to you, my child." With that, he activated the teleporter. A faint blue magic circle lit up right beneath your feet. In the blink of an eye, your figure completely vanished from the village. With a bright flash of light, you found yourself standing in a dimly lit underground plaza. You were right at the very edge of the arena when the system notification chimed. Player, Arrow of Double Standards. You are now attempting the Hell Tier trial. Your opponent for this match is the Berserker, Grawl. As the system's voice faded away, the Berserker across from you suddenly snaps his eyes open, his blood-red pupils locking dead onto you. "Rar, so, you're the challenger?" Berserker Grar, level. Skills, Frenzy, and Demon God's Bloodbath. Blood Awakening. Even though you mentally prepared yourself for this, seeing Berserker Grar's stats still makes you gulp hard. His stats are absolutely terrifying. But, the plan should still work. Even now, your heart is pounding out of your chest. Thank God for the forums from your past life, where someone actually posted Berserker Grar's stats before, and they even figured out exactly how to beat him. The trick is to exploit the Berserker's one fatal weakness. He has 0 ranged attacks. You just have to kite him, and the absolute best way to pull that off is flying right above him, which is exactly why getting the angel wings was absolutely crucial. But while you're lost in thought, a massive, blood-red energy slash comes hurtling straight at your face. You snap back to reality and desperately dodge out of the way. Holy crap, you watch as the blast slams into the cavern wall, gouging out a massive crater. You look back up, and see Grar planting his massive sword into the ground, his face twisted in pure rage. When facing the great Lord Grar, you still dare to zone out? You stare back, your expression dead serious. The phantom glow of the angel wings erupts from your back, and you instantly shoot up into the air. You soar straight to the cavern ceiling. By now, Berserker Grar is fully awakened, and he charges like a freight train right below you. But thanks to the angel wings, you're hovering safely in the sky. There's a vertical drop of over 50 meters between you two. You raise your bow and let loose a shot, minus 30,458. Thanks to all your insane grinding lately. Landing a hit on Berserker Grar actually deals some seriously massive damage. You keep drawing your bow, raining down a storm of arrows. But with just a casual sweep of his blade, his shockwave deflects every single one. Is that all you've got, you little bug? Show me what else you can do. You keep drawing your bow, raining down a storm of arrows. But with just a casual sweep of his blade, his shockwave deflects every single one. Is that all you've got, you little bug? Show me what else you can do. Seeing your attacks brush off, you immediately activate your skill. Silver Moon Carnival. Attack speed boosted by 200%. You unleash another barrage. Grar hauls his massive sword up as a shield, blocking most of the volley. But a few arrows manage to slip through, biting into him and dealing damage. Are you trying to tickle Lord Grar? You stay dead silent, your face icy and focused. Your fingers blur as you pull the bowstring, sending a suffocating swarm of arrows screaming toward Grar. But Grar casually swats them all away with a few lazy swings. I'm done playing games with you. Frenzy, with a deafening roar that shakes the cavern. Grar activates his frenzy skill. You stare down at him, your heart dropping into your stomach. He swings his blade, and a colossal energy slash that spans the entire underground arena comes hurtling straight at you. You violently bank to the side. The blast completely pulverizes the stone wall behind you. Pure dread washes over you. What the hell kind of damage is that? Grar doesn't stop, wildly swinging his blade again and again. Countless blood-red energy slashes come tearing through the air. You frantically flap your wings, dodging for your life in the sky. Like a startled bird, you frantically dodge the endless barrage of sword aura. Every time the sword aura strikes the stone walls, a deafening roar echoes through the cavern. Seeing your miserable state, Gral can't help but sneer. What's wrong, little bug? Can't take it anymore? You step out from the rubble and casually brush the dust off your clothes. With an icy tone, you say, then let me show you my full power. What the hell are you babbling about? Moon God. You let out a fierce shout, and a brilliant, silver-white magic circle completely engulfs you. The angelic wings on your back fold inward, wrapping you into a glowing silver cocoon. 2 seconds later, the cocoon shatters into a burst of light. Now, the game officially begins. This is the Moon God form, unlocked only by uniting the silver moon bow and the angelic wings. It's also your absolute trump card as a reincarnator. Spirits of the Moon, answer my call. This is the exclusive skill of the Moon God's descent. Soul Sever. The skill weapon eases your own attack power, dealing 200% true damage, and wiping out 1/8 of the enemy's maximum health. The arrow shoots toward Gral at lightning speed. He hastily raises his greatsword to block. The moon arrow collides with Gral's greatsword, triggering a terrifying shockwave. As the smoke clears, Gral's health bar drops by 3/4. Hovering in the sky, you look down at him, half kneeling on the ground. Gasping heavily for air, a playful smirk crosses your face. What's the matter, Lord Gral? You don't seem so tough after all. You've got some skill, bug. But did you really think this would be enough to defeat me? I am the Berserker, Gral. You've got some skill, bug. But did you really think this would be enough to defeat me? I am the Berserker, Gral. Your expression turns serious, as a pillar of crimson light erupts into the sky. You draw your bow, gathering power to fire another moon arrow. The pillar of light fades, and Gral stands there in a completely new form. As he appears before your eyes, he roars, "Didn't expect this, did you? I have a second phase too." This is Gral's passive skill, Demon God's Blood Rage. When Gral takes a certain amount of damage, he transforms into his Demon God form. Gral slams his greatsword into the ground, and a blazing pillar of fire instantly shoots into the sky. The moon arrow is violently deflected by the pillar of light. Seeing this, your eyes narrow. He's gotten even tougher to deal with. Let's end this, with my next move. You raise the silver moon bow, pulling the string taut as you fiercely gather your power. Spirits of the moon, take the form of the divine dragon, and devour the enemy before me. You chant while charging up the attack. You unleash a divine dragon forged purely from moon spirits. On the other side, Gral drops to one knee, and begins chanting an ancient spell. Father of gods, grant me your power. Gral heaves his greatsword upward, and a blood-red wave of sword aura rips through the ground. Gral swings forward, clashing directly with the divine dragon. An energy storm instantly sweeps across the entire underground plaza. The divine dragon swallows the sword aura, erupting into a violent red and white shockwave. A massive cloud of dust fills the air. As the smoke finally clears, you see Gral collapsed on the ground, howling in agony. I refuse to accept this. After that, Gral's health bar emptied out, and his body turned into specks of light before fading away. You flew down from the sky and landed on the ground with a flash of silver light. You deactivated your moon god state and put your leather armor back on. Just as you were about to check your gear, the system's voice chimed in your ears. Server-wide announcement. Player, 1 arrow double standard, is the first to clear the Hell difficulty beginner trial, earning the unique title. Star of Hope. The server-wide announcement echoed 3 times in a row, sparking another massive frenzy of discussion among all the players. What's the deal with this beginner trial? These rewards are way too good. A custom hidden class, custom growth gear, and even custom skills? I wouldn't even dare dream of rewards like this. Can someone please tell me just how overpowered the Great God Double Standard is right now? At this moment, even Wandering God Dongtian's face turned incredibly grim. Someone like this, can he really be destroyed? Ding, because you have cleared the Hell difficulty trial. Your free attribute points gained from leveling up will be increased to 4 times the original amount. Your reality projection rate has increased to 10%. What? The projection actually triggered early? What? It actually triggered early? As a reincarnator, no one knows better than you exactly what this projection rate means. The power of all players within Star Source will eventually be projected into the real world. You remember that after the first person reached the power level to project their class advancement, game monsters started showing up in reality. You wonder if your early projection will end up affecting the real world. Well, since there's nothing you can do about it, your only choice is to get even stronger. Pulling your thoughts back, your eyes landed on the crown that Grawl dropped. The crown of the Titan God King. Level requirement: 0. Growth grade: normal. Skill: Heart of the Titan. Maximum health increased by 10%. Health recovery rate increased by 10%. Remaining locked skills: 4. After reading the gear description, a rush of excitement hit you. It's actually growth type equipment. Without a second thought, you immediately swapped out your equipped demon collar and replaced it with the crown of the Titan God King. Your stats received a massive boost. You opened up your character stat panel. Compared to when you were wearing the demon collar, your health pool jumped up by nearly 1,000. And your defense practically doubled. You could say that, at this stage, most players wouldn't even be able to break your defense. Would you like to hide the equipment's appearance? Hide. Once you finished hiding your gear, you were teleported straight out of the trial grounds. Instantly, you saw the village chief staring at you with his eyes bulging out. You flashed a grin. Chief, I passed the trial. The village chief snapped back to his senses, looking at you with a very complex expression. I never imagined that I would live to see such a young hero like you. I admit, I completely underestimated you before. As he spoke, a faint glimmer of something called hope sparked in his eyes. Since that is the case, there is a favor I was hoping you could help me with. Ding. Novice Village 23,333 is offering you a mythic tier chain quest. Echoes of the Star Source. Do you accept? You are visibly shocked. In your past life, this very mythic quest was claimed by the one and only player who cleared the Nightmare tier trial. That absolute legend was also the #1 strongest player in Star Source. According to him, he had to talk his ear off just to coax this quest out of the village chief. But for me, the chief is literally begging me to take it. The Hell tier and the Nightmare tier, they really are worlds apart. Except, right after you make your choice, the village chief speaks up again. I knew I wasn't wrong about you. You really are someone we can trust. You see, the original mission of our village was to suppress a slumbering demon. Even now, its heartbeat still echoes deep beneath the earth. Over thousands of years, the seal has slowly weakened. The demon is waking up, and it's on the verge of breaking free. That flame demon I sent you to seal away in the west earlier was actually born from the demon's aura corrupting the volcanic lava. As the chief finishes his story, the game system prompt immediately chimes in. Ding. The chief of Novice Village 23,333 is issuing you a mythic tier chain quest. The Sealed Demon. Do you accept the quest? Ding. Novice Village 23,333. The village chief is issuing you a mythic tier chain quest. The Sealed Demon. Do you accept the quest? Quest details. Defeat the demon and force it back into its slumber. Without a second thought, you accept the quest again. Take this token. It will guide you straight into the heart of the seal. Ding. You have obtained one seal key. Seal key. Quest item description. At a specific location within Novice Village 23,333. Use this item to enter a sealed dimension. After saying your goodbyes to the chief, you head straight for the coordinates marked by the key. The Novice Village isn't very big. In just a few moments, you arrive right at the center of the village. Standing tall right here is a statue with an unrecognizable face. All around the statue, there's a whole bunch of players setting up stalls, selling gear and materials. Your arrival doesn't really draw much attention. The moment you step up to the statue with the key in hand, a game prompt pops up. Ding. You have reached your destination. Do you wish to use the key to enter the sealed domain? Yes. As soon as the word leaves your lips, a bright blue light envelops your body. And in the very next second, you completely vanish into thin air. Hey, did that guy just disappear? What's so weird about that? He probably just used a teleportation scroll, man. With a flash of white light, you find yourself standing right in front of a dark and gloomy underground passage. All along the walls of the tunnel are embedded with glowing stones. It's thanks to these faint little light sources that this underground passage isn't completely pitch black. The tunnel winds its way deeper underground. The air blowing against your face slowly starts getting warmer and warmer. You don't know how long you've been walking, until the space in front of you suddenly opens up into a massive cavern. Enclosing this underground plaza is a faint, glowing barrier of golden light, completely sealing off the inside from the outside world. And right there, dead center in the plaza, sits a colossal, imposing cage. Trapped inside that very cage is a painfully gaunt, withered figure. Pierced straight through his body are 3 long spears radiating a faint golden glow. Every single one of them goes completely through his flesh, pinning that frail figure firmly to the ground. Is this the sealed demon? At this moment, he slowly raises his head. You freeze for a second when you see his face. In your mind, a demon should look terrifying, with horns growing from its head. But the guy right in front of you has 0 demonic traits. No vicious face, no twisted horns. He's clearly human. You lapdogs sure are dedicated. It's been over 1,000 years, and you still haven't forgotten your master's orders. While you're still spacing out, he just keeps on talking. You don't reek of those lapdogs. You must be a new descender. That's right, you're no lapdog. You're a descender. That's right, you're no lapdog. You're a descender. I never thought Star Source would welcome descenders again. Lord Descender. His muttering sends absolute shockwaves through your mind. The title Descender. You've heard it countless times in your past life. The only ones who call players that are the natives of the Star Source continent. Star Source locals, which means he isn't a demon at all. He's a Star Source native. But then why did the village chief say the sealed creature was a demon? Wait, could it be? Your memories quickly start flooding back. Soon enough, you dig up an old rumor you once heard from the back of your mind. Legend has it that hidden in a certain secret realm, there's an ancient stone tablet. The tablet records an event from 10,000 years ago on the Star Source continent. And this massive event can be summed up perfectly: alien invasion. Total annihilation. Looking back at everything you saw in your past life, every story you heard about the Star Source natives, they were only ever found inside secret realms or dungeons. Just as wandering souls. Out in the open world, there wasn't a single one. They only ever helped the players. That was an absolute consensus in the gaming community. Even after the monsters crossed over into reality, some Star Source natives crossed over too. To help players fight off the horde. Like some players in your past life used to say, you can doubt the NPCs, but never doubt a Star Source native. So here's the $1 million question. Why the hell is my mythic quest telling me to assassinate a friendly Star Source native? Right, checking his stats should clear this up. Demon Lord Vanneral. Gold tier boss, level 10. Skills: Ancient Demonic Tongue. And Troll Physique. Before you can even finish reading his stat panel, Vanneral scoffs, what a pity. You're nothing but a weak, basic class adventurer. You're far too weak. Go fetch the strongest warriors of your kind. I refuse to waste my breath on weaklings. You pause for a second. Did you just get completely looked down on? You let out a cold sneer, raise your hand, and immediately blast Vanneral with a basic attack. Followed by a double heavy arrow combo. The absolutely ridiculous damage makes Vanneral's eyes nearly pop right out of his skull. Before he can even utter another word, you activate Silver Moon Revelry and start frantically firing arrows straight into his face. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. By the time Vanneral snaps out of his initial shock, he already has over a dozen wooden arrows sticking right out of his face. Stop it right now. How dare you show such disrespect to the great Magister Vanneral? Bro, please stop shooting. Stop, don't shoot anymore. There's no more room on my face. Vanel was completely traumatized. In all his years, this was his very first time seeing an unadvanced base class player deal this kind of massive damage. Looking at the dense cluster of wooden arrows sticking out of Vanel's face, you finally let out your frustration. Alright, spit it out. What do you want? Your daddy is listening. Spit it out. I'm listening. Sob. Just give me a second to recover, Vanel sobbed. God knows how a mighty magister like him ended up getting tortured like this. By this time, his health bar had regenerated to about 1/5. It's my fault. I never expected you to be this powerful. I apologize for my earlier disrespect. Cut the crap and get to the point. The village chief and the Star Origin people. Who exactly is lying? At this moment, Vanel spoke up. Young man, your eyes are currently being clouded by the secret key. If you just throw the secret key away, you'll be able to see the truth. Hearing this, you only hesitated for a moment before tossing the secret key out of your inventory. Right after you dropped the key, Vanel's stat panel actually started to change. Vanel, the Blazing Fire Magister. Ancient Star Origin Race. Level 10. Skills. Body of the Fire Spirit. His base stats hadn't changed, but the names of the character and skills were totally different. So this was his true identity. It seems you have finally seen the truth of the matter. The person who gave you that key must be a descendant of the Guardians. He told you to defeat me, didn't he? Yeah, he definitely knows how to pick them. With your strength, you could genuinely defeat me. However, he and you descenders are not on the same path after all. You might not understand. I understand. You guys used to be the absolute rulers of the Star Origin continent. You just couldn't hold off the alien invasion, that's all. Vanel froze, staring at you in absolute shock, as if wondering how on earth you knew about that. After a long pause, a genuinely warm smile spread across his face. It seems, the chance for my people to reclaim the Star Origin continent has finally come. Young man, since you are well aware of the history behind those invaders, you should know what needs to be done, if you are willing. Ding, Vanel, the Blazing Flame Magister, has issued you a mythic tier chain quest. Reclaim the Star Origin. Do you accept? You were stunned. Another mythic tier chain quest. Quests of this caliber were things you'd only ever seen on the forums, but now they were dropping right into your lap, one after another. Is this the kind of VIP treatment top players get? If I accept this one, does my previous quest need to be abandoned? Theoretically, yes. But I can make it so you can complete both at the same time. How? It's very simple. You kill me. It's very simple. You kill me. As Vanel said these words, a relieved smile graced his face, as if he were talking about something that had nothing to do with him. You were visibly moved, but why? Vanler muttered to himself, the smile fading from his face. He looked lost in his memories. Because of hope, after all these years, you are the only hope I've seen. So, I only ask that when you are strong enough, you restore the entire Star Source continent. You looked at Vanler in silence for a long time. Finally, you gave a solemn nod. I promise you, thank you. Qianping Studio, this is my final gift to you. As his voice faded, suddenly drifting out from Vanler's body was a faint wisp of flame. This tiny wisp of fire passed right through the cage, phased through the pale gold energy shield, and floated right in front of you. System prompt. You have obtained Vanler's source fire. You have unlocked the ability to use general and fire magic. Mana increased by 500. Holy crap, a magic archer. What Vanler gave him was actually the ability to learn magic, even though it's only general and fire spells. That is more than enough for an archer. This perfectly makes up for the archer's lack of large-scale area of effect damage. I can tell you're happy. Now, you can finish the job. Having lost my source flame, I won't last much longer anyway. You looked over, only to see that Vanler, who had seemed in decent spirits just moments ago, now looked like a shriveled corpse. Looking at his stats, they had dropped drastically. Blazing Magister Vanler, status near death. Level 10. At this point, Vanler's stats were barely any better than a level 10 common mob. He was clearly running on fumes. Seeing this, you didn't hesitate. You raised your bow and ended his suffering with a single arrow. Ding! You have slain the Blazing Magister, Vanler. You have completed the mythic quest. Echoes of Star Source. As the game notifications rolled in, you felt absolutely no joy in finishing it. You opened the quest prompt Vandler had given you. Restoration of Star Source, Part 1. Head to the catacombs of the Balin Mountains and find a dark elf named Float. You obviously knew about the Balin Mountains. They were located southeast of Evernight City, which happened to be one of the game's 8 major capitals. It looked like you had to head to the capital first. After leaving the beginner village, you could bind yourself to a capital city and set it as your respawn point. Closing the quest log, you picked up the key from the ground. Vandler was dead. There was no point in staying here any longer. With a single thought, the key activated, and you vanished from the spot in an instant. When you reappeared, you were already back in front of the nameless statue. Time to turn in the quest. You walked up to the village chief once again. You couldn't help but look at the village chief with a heavy dose of suspicion. However, he didn't act out of the ordinary at all. Young man, you truly are a mighty warrior. System. You have completed the mythic quest, Echoes of Star Source. You received the Fountain of Holy Light. It provides a massive buff to any holy attribute item, while having the exact opposite effect on evil creatures. Looks like some really good loot. The moment you got your hands on the Fountain of Holy Light, you suddenly noticed that your soul bound. Angel wings began to pulsate wildly. By the time the bottle of the Fountain of Holy Light was fully consumed, the originally 2-winged angel wings had stunningly evolved into 4 wings. Their power had directly doubled from before. 4 wings are way too flashy. Better just stick to my original form. At this moment, the second stage of the Mythic Tier Chain quest has just been updated. Starlight's Past. Head to Holy Light City and find High Priest Olambor. He will guide you to complete the quest. Next up, it's time to head to the main city. You take a quick look at your friends list. Dizzy Healer Yao and Phantom aren't online yet, so you leave a message for Dizzy Healer Yao. You tell her to complete the highest difficulty novice trial if she can. Since she was one of the top 3 healers in your past life, you really don't mind doing Dizzy Healer Yao this effortless little favor. As for Phantom, well, that's purely because he's incredibly fast at looting gear. Stepping onto the teleportation circle in the novice village, after you select the main city you want to head to, your figure instantly vanishes from the platform. Seeing this, the passing players around you start gasping in surprise. Wait, wasn't that the top-tier player, Double Standard Arrow? He's the only one in our entire novice village who's hit level 10.